The year is 1989. A young boy sits wide-eyed as his father tells him bedtime stories, not of fairy tales, but of digital worlds. Kevin Flynn, a brilliant software engineer and CEO of NCOM, speaks of the Grid, a secret computer universe he created. Inside it, he worked alongside a program modeled after himself, called Clue, and a trusted security program named Tron. Together, they discovered something incredible, something Flynn calls a miracle. Sam, his son, leans forward and asks what the miracle is, but Flynn just smiles and promises to tell him next time. That night, Flynn leaves for work and vanishes. No one ever sees him again. Newspapers explode with headlines. The once revolutionary CEO is gone without a trace, leaving behind a company in chaos, and a son who's now effectively orphaned. Sam's mother had passed away years earlier, and with Flynn's sudden disappearance, Sam is left to grow up with his grandparents. But the one question that consumes him, what happened to his father? 20 years later, Sam is no longer a child. He's NCOM's largest shareholder, but he couldn't care less about the company. His only interest is in pulling an annual stunt on the anniversary of his father's disappearance. Tonight, as NCOM's board of directors meet to announce a shiny new operating system, Sam breaks into the building. While the board pitches overpriced software with no real improvements, Sam is already inside, hacking his way into the control room. He swaps out the company's prized OS file for something far less impressive, a looping video of his dog. The system crashes in front of everyone, and chaos breaks loose. Security scrambles after Sam, chasing him through the building and onto the rooftops. But he reveals his identity just before parachuting off the edge. The stunt lands him in jail, but for Sam, it's worth it. Alan Bradley, his father's old friend and one of the few decent men left in NCOM, posts his bail. But Alan has something else for Sam, a pager message. A message sent from Flynn's old arcade, a place that's been shut down for 20 years. Sam goes to investigate. Dust coats the arcade, neon lights long gone cold. But hidden beneath the floor, he finds a secret basement. Inside sits a strange computer and an ominous laser system. The machine roars to life, and in a flash, Sam is digitized and pulled into the Grid. The world around him is glowing, alive, and terrifying. Almost instantly, Sam is captured by enforcers and dragged to the arena. Programs whisper nervously around him, some broken, some desperate. Then, Sam is stripped of his clothes and fitted with glowing armor and an identity disc, his lifeline in this world. He's thrown into the games. His first challenge, a deadly disc battle against a masked program known as Rinsler. Sam fights hard, but when he's injured, his blood exposes him as something impossible here, a human, a user. Rinsler drags him before the ruler of the Grid. Clue. Sam is horrified. Clue looks exactly like his father, but colder, sharper, perfect in appearance yet twisted in intent. Clue throws Sam into a light cycle battle, determined to erase him. But before Clue can deliver the killing blow, a mysterious warrior rescues Sam and speeds him away. Her name is Cora, and she takes Sam to the one person he thought he'd never see again, his father. At long last, Sam is reunited with Kevin Flynn. Their reunion is emotional, but the truth Flynn reveals is heartbreaking. He explains how he once dreamed of building the perfect digital world, and created CLU and Tron to help him. But then came the miracle, the ISOs. Programs that appeared out of nowhere, with infinite potential to unlock secrets of science, religion, even life itself. Flynn saw them as the future. CLU saw them as flawed. So CLU struck. He betrayed Flynn, turned Tron against him, and wiped out the ISOs. Flynn became trapped in the Grid when the portal back to the real world closed. For him, it's been decades inside. For Sam, only 20 years. And now, CLU has a plan. He wants Flynn's identity disk, the master key to the system, so he can invade the human world and perfect it in his own image. Sam is furious that his father never tried to come home, but Cora comforts him and points him toward a possible ally, a flamboyant program named Zeus. Against Flynn's wishes, Sam ventures into the city. But Zeus betrays him, delivering him to CLU's guards. Flynn himself arrives to fight them off, but in the chaos, Zeus steals Flynn's disc and hands it to CLU, who rewards him by destroying everything around him. Barely escaping, Sam, Flynn, and Cora stow away on a massive transport heading for the portal. Flynn heals Cora, revealing her secret. She's the last surviving ISO, and she may be the key to everything. Sam and Cora bond, as Flynn watches with quiet pride. But there's no time for peace. CLU's warship captures them. Cora is taken, and Flynn realizes with horror that Rinsler, the masked assassin, is actually Tron, reprogrammed and corrupted by CLU. The heroes escape with Cora, but CLU launches a pursuit in light jets. In the middle of the chase, something stirs inside Rinsler. He remembers who he once was. In a final act of redemption, Tron turns against CLU and plummets into the sea, his glowing colors shifting from orange back to blue. At the portal, it all comes to an end. CLU confronts them, determined to take Flynn's disc. But Flynn makes the ultimate sacrifice. He fuses with CLU, destroying them both in a massive explosion of light. Before the blast, Quora secretly swapped discs, giving Sam his father's real one, the only key needed to escape. Sam and Quora return to the real world. At the arcade, Sam secures the system and hands control of NCOM to Alan, finally freeing himself from the company's shadow. Outside, Quora waits for him. Together, they ride away into the sunrise.